Morning guys. So I hope today that the camera actually focuses in. Yesterday I noticed that it was going out of focus a lot, but anyway, so what I've done is I've got my old Parkside bloody thing out, and I'm trying to get these the same, but I have noticed one difference, and I don't know if this, and I'm pretty sure this is going to have an effect on it. So what I'm doing is, when I'm taking measurements, I'm using the casting lines. So as you can see there, that's about 29 mil, something like that. But when I go to the other side, that's like 35 mil, even though they look flat there, if that makes sense. So obviously this one needs to come down about 5 mil, doesn't it? Because then what, not only will they be flat, then they'll be level, because I'm guessing that when I put the carburetors on, it's going to have to be level across there and then level across there. Otherwise, if it's 5 mil out, it's going to be sort of like on piss like that, if you know what I mean, ain't it? So I need them to be same, don't I? So I think the next job then is to cut off, if I can, 4 mil from that one. So I'll be back in a minute. Right. So I've done a bit more grinding, and them now there are exactly 30 mil on all four casting lines. So 30 mil from there to there, from there to there, from there to there, and from there to there. So my only dilemma now is, obviously the other end of these, i.e. this end, is a circle, and the other end of that end there is more of a smaller circle, but that's more like an oval. But if we look at this, that actually sits on there like that, look, which will make it perfect for welding. That'll make it brilliant, that, wouldn't it? So I'm just wondering whether to cut these down even smaller, maybe have 15 mil or something, 20 mil there, and then hopefully if I do that, these might just slide onto the top of the Thunderace manifolds like this. Right, a bit like that, look. So that'd make it a lot easier to weld then, because obviously the inside then you can have a bit of a ridge which will need sorting out, but at the moment they're just sort of like sat on top, and there's a bit of an overlap, if that makes sense, under there. Come on, camera. So there's a bit of an overlap, whereas if I cut them down a bit more, like I say, they'll probably just sit on it then. So the Thunderace inlet manifold will sit inside it. You see there, look, rather than on top of it, and I think that'll be a lot better. And then all it'll need then is just a little bead of weld on the inside and then grinding down, won't it, to make it flush or smooth, let's say. So that's what I need to decide. So I don't know. Plus, if I do it 10-15 mil shorter, obviously the carburetors will sit down 10 or 15 mil, won't they, as well? Which is even better, because it's even more clearance under the tank then. And I'm pretty sure they're going to fit under the tank, because what I forgot to mention yesterday was these are the Thunderace carbs. So just imagine that there's rubbers on there. You've also got the airbox on top of that. And they're not bloody small things, are they? Airboxes are massive on there, on the Thunderace one. And all that fits under the tank. So I reckon these will fit under the tank. It's just matching that manifold up to this manifold. And like I say, if I can get it to sit, if I can get this manifold to sit inside that one, it'll be so much easier to weld up as well, I think. So anyway, we'll call it a do at that, but give us your thoughts. But that's the sort of shape that I'm after. In fact, so that's the sort of shape I'm after. And you can just sort of like see that it nearly, do you know what I mean? It's nearly fitting in there. So if I went down a bit, just a little bit more, cut a bit, you know, cut a bit more off, it might just sit in, and I think that'll be a lot better. That. Otherwise, that's the sort of like shape that I'm after, and you can see there that they sort of like pretty, you know, they copy each other, don't they? So, right, yeah, I need to make me mind up, don't I? Anyway, I need to make my mind up. Right, let's give it a... Right, I'm going to go for a bike ride instead, I think. Clear my head a bit.